Hello guys and welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I am Tamara Todd and today I'm going to show you my new spring summer look for green eyes. The weather here in London is incredible and I'm bang on time with this tutorial for the spring summer look. This is my model Rodial and she is an absolute beauty. Rodial has green eyes and today I'm going to walk you through each step on how you can emphasize on beautiful green eyes and create flawless summer complexion. As usual, we're going to start with eyes, and my first product that I'm using to define the crease area is going to be this DELILAH Hot Chocolate Eyeshadow Stick. These eyeshadow sticks are new in my kit and I absolutely adore them. They're super waterproof and very long wearing, and they're perfect initial base for any further eyeshadows. I love using creamy products underneath the eyeshadows as they not only look more natural on the eyes but also act as a perfect base. In order to bring out the green shade in the eyes, we need to remember color theory. Today I'm using complementary color to green and it is red. That doesn't mean that I'm going to be using red eyeshadows, but the red will be present in all brown shades that I'm applying around the eye area. Here I'm defining the lash area using Costa Rica liner from MAC, and it is a perfect brown that has a slight red tinge in it. I want to create a soft definition near the lashes, so I'm blending the liner with Zoever 238 brush. Next, I'm going to apply the Charlotte Tilbury liner Walk of No Shame, and this has more intense red tinge in it. So as you can see, all of my colors that I choose today are very deliberate in order to bring the green in the eyes. Both of these liners are not waterproof, so they need to be set with powder. And again, I'm setting them all with deep brown shade from Pat McGrath's palette to make sure that they do not move around throughout the day. When working in a smaller eye areas like lash line, I switch to detailing brushes. Again guys, I will add all of the products used in this video tutorial alongside the brushes in the description box below. Green eyes often have a tinge of blue hues in them, and to emphasize on blue in the eyes, we are often reaching out for warm peachy or goldeny shades. Therefore, I'm selecting this Armani eyeshadow in gold foil that has a slight gold tinge in it, and this will help me to emphasize on the blue tinge in the eyes. I like to use my fingers when applying metallic eyeshadows so they mimic the skin better. We are going to apply more eyeshadows later in this tutorial, but for now I wanted to pop some individual lashes and coat them in mascara. By the way guys, you have requested and I have listened. There is a full video tutorial on how I apply individual eyelashes. I'm going to leave the link above for the tutorial, and I'm also going to add it in the description box below. So please do check it out if you want to see in the detail how I work with individual lashes and how I apply them onto my models. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time explaining it here. Next, we're going to style the eyebrows, and I want to share this new incredible product with you. It's Brow Lamination Gel from L'Oreal. This product is truly incredible. It's very long wearing and also has a super strong hold. I also love it for its tiny applicator tip, which is much smaller than my favorite Got2b brush, and this is the reason why it works so well on the unruly eyebrows. Once you coat the eyebrows, it literally adheres them onto the skin. And for those of you who love a flat eyebrow effect, this brow gel is a true gem. Okay guys, moving on to the complexion. Rodial has incredibly smooth and beautiful skin. All I want to do here is even out the skin tone, nothing more. I don't need a full coverage. I don't want to overlay freckles. I absolutely adore how natural the skin looks. All I need to do is just apply a thin layer of Charlotte Tilbury's Beautiful Skin Foundation all over the skin. And as you can see, it really does the job. The skin looks more even. It is very glowing, very luminous. So I don't want any heavy products. And therefore, I'm applying it with fluffy synthetic brush from Sephora, which is one of my favorite for foundations, especially when I'm trying to achieve a very natural skin look. I'm applying it all over the face, including the forehead, but I'm going to leave under eye area product free because I want to show you another few incredible products on how you can color correct under eye area and also brighten it slightly. Rodial has slight darkness underneath the eyes, and I'm going to color correct it. There's a little bit of purple in the hue underneath the eye, and to color correct purples, we need warm peach shade to do so. So here I'm using the Pro Studio Concealer and Color Corrector from the brand Beauty Forever. It is incredible. It's very pigmented and very lightweight, and it is also super cheap. I actually have a few color correcting shades from them, and I absolutely adore using them. The formula is very lightweight and also moisturizing, so it doesn't add any unnecessary layering underneath the eye, but rather just color correction. So I'm going to follow it up with my favorite concealer from Armani. You guys know I use it often. This is Luminous Silk Concealer, and as you can see, after the color correction, the concealer goes so beautifully on the skin. It brightens the area and slightly reflects the light, and everything just comes together and it looks so beautifully radiant. The residue of the concealer I like to add on the smile lines and also a little bit in the middle of the forehead to brighten all the middle part of the face and bring more attention onto the eyes. Next, we need to emphasize the contours of the face, and today I am using Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Contour Wand in the shade Medium Dark. And this product, again, is extremely lightweight. It's very pigmented, but it doesn't add any extra layers on the skin. As you can see, it doesn't overlay the freckles, and it just adds another dimension onto the face without making skin look more heavy. This is why I love this product so much and I use it so often. So my main goal here with this product is to define all around the face and cheekbone area. However, as usual, I like to dab the residue on the sides of the nose for a slight contouring, but nothing too heavy. Alright guys, so next we're going to apply blusher, and as usual I'm using my favorite Laura Mercier cream blusher in the shade Corsica, which is a beautiful warm peach shade, and it's so stunning on Rodial. As you can see, again, the product is so lightweight, it doesn't add extra coverage, only the pure blush color onto the face. And as it is a spring summer look and sun is out, so I'm dabbing it in the middle of the face as well. On the lips today, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the color Sandstone, which is a beautiful warm shade. And all I want to do here is just to define the lip line. I'm going all around the lips, making the lips appear more defined, but I'm going to leave the middle part color free. It's really important to blend the color really nicely for that super ombre effect. And once it's done, I can go and add gloss. Today I'm using Fenty Glow Heat in the shade 03, and I'm only applying it in the middle of the pout. This lip gloss smells divine, and it also has a slight heat once it is applied, very light pinchy sensation to bring the blood flow onto the lips and to plump them. Before I apply the powder, today I wanted to set these light layers with Charlotte Tilbury's setting spray. This will give me a more long-wearing finish. So while the setting spray is drying, I actually have a few moments to fill in the eyebrows. And to fill in the eyebrows, today I'm using one of my favorite pens. This one is from NYX. I love it for its color shade and also for the super fine tip. This fine applicator literally mimics the natural brow hairs, and it is very easy to apply. It takes a few moments for it to fully dry, so if you've done a mistake or if you blobbed somewhere where you didn't want, you actually can clean it up pretty quickly with the cotton bud. So it is a really easy product to use. For Rodial today, I am defining the tail of the brown really well, and closer to the middle of the eyebrow, I'm going to go slightly lighter, so we have that really natural ombre eyebrow effect. I also wanted to brighten the inner line, and for this I'm using MUA Intense Color Liner in the shade Fantasy, which is a beautiful neutral shade for medium dark skin tones. So now that the setting spray has fully dried, I can powder. For the powder, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filter Powder, and I'm only setting the concealer and the middle of the face. The rest of the face I want to leave naturally glowing, and as we set it with the setting spray, this ain't going anywhere. The reason why I'm powdering the middle is also to blur and slightly mattify it, so the face doesn't look too shiny. Next, I'm going to pop the blush further, and I have this perfect cashmere powder from the brand Limboss in the shade Warm Coat, which duplicates original Laura Mercier shade, but as you can see, it's much more punchy in color. And as I promised you earlier, I will be coming back to eyeshadows, and all I want to do here is to just add slightly deeper definition in the crease. Here I'm using warm reddish undertoned eyeshadows from Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and that again duplicates everything we've previously done with the creams. And again, all of these colors are here to emphasize on the green shade in Renelle's eyes. Final touches on the skin. Here I'm going to use NUXE Multi-Usage Dry Oil in the shade Golden Shimmer. This is really beautiful moisturizing body oil. As you can see, all it does, it just adds a slight sheen onto the body, and this is all I want. I don't want no coverage, I don't want to overlay anything, but rather to give an appearance of very juicy skin. And this is pretty much it for our spring summer tutorial for green eyes. Let me know in the comments, guys, how you received this tutorial. I think this look is very wearable, so I want to hear from you if you are trying any products or any tips out. I know you guys love watching my tutorials, but I also want to know your experience with my tips and tricks. Are you trying these looks out, or you're just enjoying watching the tutorials? Let me know in the comments. By the way, guys, I'm going to be away to Cannes Film Festival in May, so I have a feeling I may be skipping a few weeks of video tutorials simply because I was so crammed with work. This season is extremely busy for me. I try to record and edit, but sometimes it's just very difficult to manage everything. So if you don't hear from me for another few weeks, don't worry, I will be back after Cannes Festival. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. All of the links are going to be linked below. This is where I share more of the behind the scenes of the work that I do, and I definitely will be sharing more about the Cannes and the experience over there. So if you want to see this side of my work, do follow me on my Instagram. For now, thank you very much for watching, and I see you on my next one.